This is your Barbados Today afternoon news update for Thursday, October 5th. I'm Ryan Jilt. Thanks for joining us. President of the Barbados International Business Association, Marlon Waldron, says the recent downgrade of the island's sovereign credit rating by Standard & Poor's could be a concern for businesses looking to set up here. Last week, S&P lowered the island's rating from CCC Plus to CCC, raising concern about the stability of the Barbados dollar, the high fiscal deficit, and falling international reserves. Waldron told this morning's launch of International Business Week companies are likely to step up their scrutiny of the island before making an investment.
The downgrades will impact international business from the perspective if we have companies that are publicly traded coming to Barbados. Those companies will probably think twice because when you consolidate financial statements from the Barbados into the area, they will have to report that in financial statements given the risk tolerance of the company. So if the company decides that CCC rating is definitely something not within their risk appetite, then definitely is not. It's where we stand with that. Outside of that, if we have a private entity, the rating, given that the companies are international companies and it's a private rating and it's a private company, the rating might not have.
The Court of Appeal has reserved judgment in a case against the island's top judge filed by Queen's Counsel Vernon Smith. Smith, through his attorney Hal Gollop QC, is asking the three-member panel to overturn a lower court ruling that Smith did not have a case when he sought summary judgment against Chief Justice Sir Marston Gibson in a matter dating back to 2015. High Court Judge Pamela Beckles ordered that the matter go to trial. Back then, Sir Marston had refused to hear Smith when he appeared as attorney for Brandley Consulting Services, a private company owned by former executive chairman of Clico Holdings Limited, Leroy Paris, on the grounds that Smith had not paid his annual subscription to the Barbados Bar Association. Smith has argued that the Chief Justice had effectively barred him from practicing law in Barbados and had asked the Supreme Court for a summary judgment, including damages, against Sir Marston on the grounds that the Chief Justice had not complied with a number of civil court rules of procedure. The Courts of Appeal judges did not include or indicate when they would issue a ruling. Barbadians from all walks of life have been invited to take part in an open discussion here tomorrow. It's being hosted by the Caribbean chapter of the International Network in Defense of Humanity and the Caribbean Movement of Peace and Integration. The conference, which is being held under the theme Resisting Nuclear and Environmental Disaster, Building Peace in the Caribbean, will be addressed by Barbados' Ambassador to CARICOM, Robert Bobby Morris, along with Pan-Africanists David Comisiong, Trevor Prescott, and David Denny. Comisiong has suggested that the discussions were quite timely, not only for the Caribbean, but the entire global community, as he zeroed in on the behavior of United States President Donald Trump.
President Trump probably represents the greatest single threat to world peace today. I mean, the man is virtually like a loose cannon. When he isn't threatening to totally destroy North Korea, to unleash fire and fury on North Korea like the world has never seen. He's threatening Venezuela. He's threatening Cuba. He's threatening Syria and Afghanistan, and you know, he's threatening the very survival of the world by withdrawing the United States of America from the Paris Climate Change Treaty.
The Barbados Cancer Society's breast screening program is reporting a decline in the number of women seeking to have mammograms done in the last year. And the Society's office manager, Monique Hines, is blaming this drop on prevailing economic conditions. Her comments come at the launch of the 2017 Payless Breast Cancer Awareness Program yesterday.
In previous years, we've had more persons coming in for mammograms, and maybe on average, we would have, at the clinic, we would see maybe approximately between 25 to 30 patients a day. Now, the last fiscal year, there has been a decline in women coming in to have mammograms. Sometimes on a good day, we might see 15 women. So I think it has to do a lot with the economy and what's been happening. But with persons like Janielle, we find that even though the decline is there, more people are talking about it. And the stigma that was there before is no longer as prevalent as it used to be. And we try now, we've been talking about emphasizing the support system for a lot of the persons who go through breast cancer. With Janielle, it would have been her husband and her family. And we need to remember that what we see in terms of the persons who've been diagnosed, the support system is very important to recovery and to counseling and to getting through your treatments and everything that goes along with the disease.
Taking a bit of football action now, the National Sports Council have gone 3 points clear at the top of the Women's Premier League with a 3-1 victory over arch rivals Mavericks. Playing at the Willie AstroTurf, Sports Council took the lead as early as the second minute, thanks to a Kimberly Ellis strike. Second half goals from Ellis and again Patrina Braffett were enough to seal the deal despite a late consolation goal from the national striker Felicia Jarvis for Mavericks. Tonight, you have Unity Stars versus Kickstart Genesis at the Willie AstroTurf. That game is going to start at 6.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Good morning, Phillips & Company, may I help? Oh, certainly. One moment, please. Miss Phillips?
Yeah?
There's a lady on the line from the Nation newspaper who would like to speak with you.
The Nation? Will she go on?
Well, they're trying to sell us some ads.
Look, don't make me laugh this morning. Ads in the Nation? They're real expensive, and for one here, nobody ain't buying them papers no more. Nobody want to steal news. I hear reading Barbados today online for free. So I tell she thanks for calling, but no thanks. We just advertising Barbados Today, families. Tell she is Barbados Today all the way.
Okay, I'll pass on the message. Ma'am, are you still there? Oh, she put down.
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Regional news now. Barbuda's agricultural sector has been dealt a crushing blow during the passage of Hurricane Irma. The sector sustained losses of over $250,000 in damage. That's the findings of a preliminary assessment conducted by a visiting delegation from the Inter-American Institute on Cooperation on Agriculture, the Caribbean Agriculture Research and Development Institute, and the Food and Agriculture Organization, along with Antigua and Barbuda's Ministry of Agriculture. Among the hardest hit areas is the livestock sector.
Some of the farmers, upon meeting with them, have moved from basically having 200 to 300 head of animals to basically half of that now. And that's due to the fact that the dogs are basically attacking them, eliminating them, and just leaving them. They eat some and then they move on to hunt again.
He also spoke about other livestock, noting that no cattle were seen by the team.
Other livestock such as horses, I've seen horses who look fairly in good condition, which says that they didn't get much damage or any damage whatsoever in the passage of Irma. Donkeys are looking quite fine. I didn't notice any cows, any cattle, but to my knowledge, there should be some animals here, some cows here in Barbuda, but I haven't seen any.
The ministry will now compile a comprehensive report.
On the international front, Spain's Constitutional Court has suspended next Monday's session of Catalan Parliament in a bid to preempt a possible push for independence. The court said such a move would be a breach of the Constitution. Earlier, the Prime Minister warned Catalonia's original government against declaring independence after a disputed vote last Sunday. Catalan's leader has indicated that he could make such a declaration as early as next week's session. In Thursday's ruling, the Constitutional Court upheld a challenge by Catalonia's Socialist Party, which opposed its secession from Spain. The court said allowing the regional parliament to meet and declare independence would violate the rights of the MP's party. And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb, and you can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Ryan Jilts. Continue to enjoy your day.